I built this shit. Me.
I love the game.
I love the hustle.
Welcome to the First Move Podcast, a space discussing the pivotal decisions behind success, relationships, and reinvention. I am your host, Mr. KOA. Let's make some moves. We have our first guest of the season. Let's call it a season. I think it's gonna turn into a show eventually. So let's call this season 1. I don't know where it's gonna go in terms of the growth of it, but it's probably gonna go pretty far based on how I plan to grow this. So for the first episode of season 1, we have a great guest today, a good friend of mine, Carrie, also known as Carrie the Legacy. Tell me about yourself. Who are you? Who is Carrie? Brag about yourself. It's an opportunity. Just don't hold back.
Man, well, I'm Carrie. I'm an actor. I'm a director. I'm a producer. I pretty much wear a lot of caps, but this year I'm reinventing myself as an actor, producer, and creative architect. Because I feel like, we create a lot of stuff. And I've been doing content for a minute, but now I'm kind of like building the foundation for my whole production company. So that's my new reinvention for myself. But I'm a creative at heart, so That's who I am.
I mean, I love that you use the word reinvention because that's also part of what this show's about. So
yeah.
I'm glad, that's the word you actually chose for yourself, because that's essentially what I'm promoting on, this show. And the purpose of this podcast is to discuss those moves that reinvent us and, change our identity, or us finding a new identity multiple times on our journey. So I'm glad you used that word. So let's dive into this real quick without wasting too much time.
Let's do it.
The first section of the show is called The First Move. Obviously, The First Move Podcast is the name of the show, but the actual First Move section has a series of questions that I came up with to discuss with each guest that will take us on a different path depending on who I ask these questions to. The questions will be similar for each guest, but everyone's story will be very different.
Let's do it.
So the first question for you, Carrie, is tell me about your biggest sacrifice.
I think my biggest sacrifice was moving to LA. I had no plan, no money. I just was like, I'm gonna just go and see what happens.
And where are you from?
And I'm from Detroit.
Okay.
So I moved from Detroit to Houston first, and then that's where I got my social media following and learned how to grow on social media. But after that, I just kind of like, moved to LA just to see like where things would go for me as an actor. So I think that was my biggest sacrifice because I didn't know what was going to happen. I moved away from family for the first time when I moved to Houston. Even though my dad was in Houston, when I moved to LA, I had no family here.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to make that sacrifice and just see what happened, because I see all of the people that I follow and that I want to work with online in LA. So I made that move and that sacrifice to go do that.
How did you build up, the courage to take that leap? I mean, you say you went to Houston first.
Yeah.
So why Houston before LA? Why not the direct to LA?
I had to test the waters for myself and live somewhere outside of Detroit. Okay. And I've never done that. So Houston was kind of like my stepping ground for that. And then my dad kind of made it easier so that way I could stay with him. And then once I got I had my own apartment and stuff and learned how to stay on my own then. And then LA was it seemed like it was more for me because it was more actors out here that do what I do and just people in that community.
So you came here for acting specifically?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I felt like when I did that, it made it easier. And then I didn't know what was going to happen. I had literally no money in my pocket, and I rode a Greyhound bus all the way to LA.
How many people know that story?
Nobody.
Perfect. That's honestly, you know what, bro? Like, that's like I said, one of the biggest reasons I wanted to create this space was to share these stories that y'all don't know. Like, I mean, you know my story, how I got here. Like, there's so much that goes into taking these leaps of faith that people really don't know. They see the following and they see what you're doing, the accolades, but they don't really understand what you really had to go through, the very humble moments that it was just you. Like you said, you on the Greyhound bus and you're probably like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, but you're not going to stop.
Yeah. And that shit took 3 days.
It was a 3-day bus. Dang. Where'd you guys stop? Do you remember where we stopped at?
I don't remember where we stopped. It was just
Was it like
a lot
hotel
going
stops or
on.
just you guys?
No, it was just bus stops.
Oh, the bus just stops and you guys.
Yeah, and then you gotta wait a couple hours for the next one, and then
Oh, you're transferring buses too? Damn, you tripping. You tripping. The second question is, why did you do it? Really? And did you know it was gonna work?
I didn't know it was gonna work, and I had no reason why I did it. I think one of the main reasons is because one of my friends was good, which is a director, and he used to do videos on Vine and stuff.
Yeah.
I talked to him.
Vine days.
Yeah.
Don't just throw that away like that. Oh, Vine is a nigga. Vine was a time. You guys don't even know about Vine. Most of y'all 2000 babies have no idea what Vine is. Yeah, go on.
Well, around that time, that's when I was kind of talking to him, and he was already in LA, and he was like, "Man, you should just come out here and see what happens." And when he said that, normally when people tell you to make a move, you like, "Yeah, you tripping. I ain't got the money for all that." But when he told me that, I was like, maybe I should, because I really didn't see nothing else going for me in Houston. So I was like, I need to see like what it's like to actually be in LA and just experience.
Yeah.
And I came out here for like a weekend and stayed at one of my boys' house, Tonio Skits. He let us stay in his crib every time we came to visit LA. And that was my first time kind of coming to LA and working with a lot of people. And they used to like bring everybody to this park to like shoot videos. And that was my first time seeing like at least more than like 20 or 30 creators that I've seen online for years for the first time in person. And that experience alone was like, I need to do this all the time.
Yeah.
Because I was like scraping up people in different cities and different states just to do one video. But out here, you could just do it anytime once you call the right people. And it happens every day. Like, I was like, I need this because I hate teaching people how to act and all that stuff. Right. So I needed to be around
like
people
like-minded people just get it.
Who already did it.
Facts.
So that's what made me like make that jump even faster.
Okay.
And that weekend, the very next week, I was like, I'm moving. I ain't care what was in my pockets or nothing. I just moved the very next week.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot of like delusion, a lot of like faith, confidence to make decisions with no answer on what's on the other side.
Right.
Like there's certain types of people that could never even do that.
No.
You can tell that to certain people and they'd be like, are you crazy? And you're like, yes.
And you can't tell nobody. I couldn't tell my parents or nobody because they'll talk you out of it.
1000%. Listen, one of the best things you can do is never share ideas. Trust me.
Facts.
That's real. Tell me about the first time you got an acting gig.
The first time.
Like maybe not your first acting gig, not your first like amateur gig, but your first like dope gig where you're like, I got booked for this.
I think that would be, well, if we talking like a gig, like in a social media realm,
whatever realm you feel was.
This was the first time. This is the first time I took social media serious. Is when we got booked to fly to Miami for Kevin Hart's movie Ride Along. So that was my first time getting booked to go out there, get paid to go out there, promote the movie, and get a hotel at the Fontainebleau.
Sick.
So they gave me one of the best hotel rooms too. I think everybody else was jealous
like
of
the
that.
Corner? You got the corner?
Yeah. Yeah. It was big as hell. You go to the balcony big, you see the whole view. All the other creators was
How
mad.
did you get that booking? Do you remember?
It was through some agency. I forgot the agency, but they booked at least like 20 of us. And then we all just went out there. We got to meet Kevin Hart, had a shot with him when we went to his party. And that was my first time like being around a celebrity like that. And I remember I was working at Verizon around the time, and I told him like, I just got booked to go to Miami. And I was like, but you work this day. So I ended up quitting.
You're like, well, I don't think you heard me. I said I got booked to go to Miami. They're like, you're working. Not anymore.
I was like,
I'm going to Miami.
For me to never get paid from doing videos and that booking coming to about, like, I was like, I need to make this chance because I could easily get a job. Like, I worked at all the tech companies.
You can get a job anytime.
Yeah. So
and the thing is, I won't say that lightly because it depends on the person.
Yeah.
I think people like us, like I've worked corporate for 5 years. Like
Yeah.
once you've done it already, like I can always do that.
Yeah.
Like we have the luxury that we have a creative side as well to our corporate or job side. Like I'm glad I did it that way as well, where I didn't only know how to be creative and nothing else.
Yeah.
Because it's not even a backup plan. Like I don't view it as a backup because I'm never going back.
Yeah.
But it's something that like I know if for whatever happens, you know, God could be like I break my arms or whatever, I can't physically shoot. It's like I do have a brain. I could take a job and
Facts.
do a good job at it and have a resume, like a full resume with actual work experience. Like I'm glad I kind of did it that direction. But I'll talk about that later. It's not about me, it's about you.
Yeah. I worked at Google and everything. So exactly. I know.
See, there you go. There you go. You're like, I can get a job. I just don't want it.
Yeah. I had like 2-3 jobs. I was a workaholic.
Yeah. Since I know you personally, there's a moment that I remember and I want to kind of discuss this with you quick. What was it like meeting Will Smith?
It was great. I've always been idolized by him, and he was one of the reasons why I wanted to act in general. It was a mistake, kind of, because I wouldn't say it was a mistake. It was one of those things where I signed up to one of his campaigns for his merch.
Okay.
And I was the first 100 people to sign up. And I guess when they looked on the list, I was the one with the most following. So he ended up calling me because I put my number in their system. But I didn't know it was him. Like
Will called you?
Yeah. He personally called my phone while I was shooting. And I just thought it was somebody calling me on set saying that they were here.
Yeah.
So I answered and he was like, yo, what's up? This is Will Smith. And I was like, man, stop playing. Because I know I know Jay Farrell and
people
a lot of other people who do impersonations. So I was like, I'm not about to get pranked today.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, this is Will Smith. And I actually missed.
Pause a second. I'm dying because like I'm also a very skeptical person, especially if you're in the industry with like a lot of creative people and you just see everything's online, the people just doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if Will called me, I wouldn't believe that shit either. Like,
but the way he said it was just like so casual.
Especially like, hey, I'm Will Smith. They're like, okay. All right, I'm Drake. It's like someone who Will Smith isn't gonna call me say I'm Will Smith. It's like you don't think that's funny.
What's funny is I missed this call.
Oh, you missed it first?
Yeah, I missed this call and then I called back.
Okay.
And then that's when he was like, yeah, this is Will Smith. I was like, man, stop playing.
It's even worse if you're calling back. It's even worse if I'm calling you, you're like, all right, man. Like the jig is up. Like get it.
I said everything I needed to say.
Yeah.
I said, look, if this is Will Smith, I said my whole speech of what I would say if I was in front of him. And I was
you did on the phone?
Yeah. I said only if it's true though. And he was like, well, if you want to believe it, I can post it on my story.
Wow.
And I said, well, let me see that. And he did. And I was like, oh shit.
Posted the call.
Yeah.
Oh, the call on live with you.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you actually saw that real call?
I was lost for words, but I was on a call for him. Like he didn't post that, but I was on a call for him for like 10 minutes and he was just laughing at everything that I was saying. Yeah. And I was like, man, if this is really Will, like we had like a personal connection on that call. Yeah. So he knew I was a fan and stuff. Right. It was good. It was a good moment.
That's dope. Those are one of the moments, honestly, where it kind of blurs the reality of like what you think is possible versus what's possible. Right. You know, I feel like, you know, when you're in these spaces, like there's a lot of things that happen where you're like, until maybe like days later, I'm sure you've experienced as well, where like, it's not until days after these things are finished where you're like, did that actually happen? Like, no, for real. Because you're like, when you're in it, you're like, oh, this is kind of dope. Like, I feel like our personality types are very mellow. Like, it doesn't mean I'm not excited. Doesn't mean I'm not, like, I'm like, this is crazy.
And I'm not a person to get hype over.
Right. You're not going to see me geeked about something, but it doesn't mean I'm not internally like, yo, this is really dope. I'm just not the most like, excited, expressive, outwardly person. But in the moment, I'm like, this is crazy. But I'm also very, focused on processing moments and being present. Right. So things will happen in my life where I'm like, oh, that was crazy. And people will tell you about it. You're like, yeah, that was actually good. Like, it wasn't until everybody called me about it. Until everyone's kind of like, bro, you're like, fuck, yeah, Will did call my phone. Yeah. Like, so how was it when you finally processed it, like later on that like you just talked to someone you've been watching since you were a kid? he just called your line on something like, yo.
I think it processed for me when I watched the video
Mm.
and people saw how mellow I was on the phone.
Like really not knowing. like really
and even Will, he was like, yeah, this is Will Smith. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, I don't think he believed me. So it was a moment because I think when everybody and their mama called me that day.
Yeah.
And
like
people
after
that
it went up?
yeah, people that I don't even talk to no more end up calling me. And it's just funny how when moments like that happen, all of a sudden people think about you. So it's just like with that, it was cool. That moment, just seeing the video, seeing like how he was on there, me giving a shout out, and how the interaction me and him had after the whole recording, it was dope for me because I was like, this is not a moment that I'm gonna ever forget. And I still had a voicemail with that he left when I didn't answer.
The missed call.
Yeah.
You want to play it?
Yeah.
Play it real quick. Put it into the mic.
Carrie boy, this is Will Smith. I was just looking. I saw that you bought some of the merch, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. I guess I can talk to the camera because I'm gonna post this for Carrie boy, but you didn't answer your phone, and I called. So I just wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate you, and I'm judging by your posts, I can tell you've been a fan for a long time, man. I appreciate you, and I probably won't call back later. I was gonna say I'll call you back, but I probably won't. But I appreciate you, man. But just pick up.
That Will laugh is killing me.
This is embarrassing for me.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow,
that was
bro.
pretty dope.
That's surreal, man. For real. That's a real. Honestly, things like that, when I hear stuff like that, it makes me smile. So that even happened to me.
Right.
And I feel like I'm, when my niggas do well, like that shit actually brings me, happiness, for real. So it's like I'm smiling listening to that voicemail for you, but that makes me happy, and that's incredible, bro.
Much appreciated. I mean, I always feel the same way when I see you on set and doing your thing, like Marion and a couple people that you work with. Like, it's hard for people in LA to be happy for people unless you like really close to them and you know they struggle and stuff. So when I actually see my friends, like seeing them go through the struggle and then seeing them like get some kind of success in their life, it always makes me happy because that's all my mission is about, is to help other people get to where they need to be or just give you that motivation to push yourself to do that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't really like to push themselves. Like, I can only push you for so long, but after that, you're on your own.
Facts.
But if I really believe in you and I know that you could do something, I'm gonna push you until you see it. Because I feel like a lot of people, at least if you're not like a creative, waste their talent because they don't see the greatness in them.
That's real. Man, that's real. Got a moment of silence for that line. No, that's real, man, for real. When did you realize everything was worth it? Everything you put, all the sacrifice, the leaps, the chances you took, the money you lost. When did you realize it was all worth it? Or have you realized it's all worth it?
I don't think I have. I think for the most part, we have our moments where like some celebrities that come up to you and say that they follow you and stuff. That's when I feel like, oh, damn, you follow me or you seen my work, or even when they comment on a video or they just exploring your page, like that always makes me feel some type of way like I'm doing something. But I don't think that moment hit me just yet. I feel like that moment, it hit me like the moment I see myself on a big screen or something. That's like
that's your big goal right now.
Yeah. Like my main goal right now is
like you're still appreciative of things you've done, but
because I've done social media for so long, but that was never like my goal. My goal was to always be an actor,
bridge into those things
on some like Ryan Coogler type stuff.
Gotcha.
Whether I'm in his place or Michael B, I just see myself in that light.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as of now in 2026, the move to LA hasn't felt worth it yet.
Yes.
So not even anything you've done to get to this point hasn't felt worth it?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think I feel like I still have a lot more work to do.
I mean, we're always gonna. I think maybe I'll rephrase the question. I think there's always more we want to achieve and do. But I guess what I'm asking is, would you have preferred you stayed in Detroit?
No.
So
But I am debating on back and forth between Houston and LA.
Oh, going back to Houston potentially.
Yeah, because now Houston is building a cinema and they're making it like a city where you can go for film. So, and that wasn't like that when I was living there, but now they're doing that heavy now.
So you're open to possibly exploring that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
So I think with that question, it would be more if LA is worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like my career has been worth it, but not like the city or the state. Because I feel like I've
so
grown.
making this choice has been worth it, but maybe you're not sure if specifically LA has been worth it.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's valid. Have you had a relationship that changed you as a person?
What kind of person?
Have you had any relationship, like romantic relationship, that has changed you as a person?
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like every relationship I've been in has changed me in some way, and I feel like the women that come into my life, especially if they don't know our career, it always teaches me how to balance both sides because we do have to be in the moment and be in the reality of things, but we also have to give all of our energy to our work and make sure our career is thriving the way that we want it to. So I feel like every relationship that I've been in definitely helped me elevate to another level as far as like mentally and how to like even take my personal stuff to my work. Because now I feel like I'm way more vulnerable to my work than I was before because I was just kind of private and to myself. But now even with me jumping into dramas and, you know, kind of stepping outside of comedy a little bit, that lets me open up a little bit more in my work.
Do you think those relationships in most cases have changed you for the better or for the worse?
Both. Well, I would say no relationship as far as dating has changed me for the worse. But as far as like my relationship business wise with people that I've worked with, definitely in that field.
Oh, like professional relationships have fucked you up.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's dive into that. How is you talking about? Are you specifically in LA?
Yeah,
or any city?
And well, yeah, I don't think I went through it in Houston and LA, but LA has just hit me the worst as far as
Give me
like
an example. You know,
taking
not all of them, but give me an example that really kind of, I guess, impacted you in the creative industry.
I would say having a manager. The whole manager sense of people thinking that they need a manager. If you don't really need one. If you know like the business well enough to know how to like manage yourself, then you'll be okay. But around that time, like when I first got here, I didn't know anything about the business aspect of how to like represent myself.
Yeah.
So when I had somebody, you know, I trusted them completely without, you know, thinking of the good and the bad that can happen from this. Like giving all my passwords and everything to my socials and just letting them like take everything because I wanted that load off of me. That wasn't smart.
You give them too much power.
Yeah. And then they took advantage of it and ended up taking my livelihood.
In terms of like your money?
Yeah. Everything.
They took everything. What do you mean?
Took my my YouTube page at the time. It was
like took over it?
Yeah.
And just
like took it, hack it, and took it away from me.
Everything you built.
Replace all my content, all that.
And did what with it?
And took it. Like he put his LLC and everything on it, so they thought it was his. And I couldn't like go back and tell them.
But
like,
he had all the stuff to prove it.
Yeah.
To prove
around that time,
I
didn't have an LLC,
right,
so he used his.
He looked more legitimate.
And then the money went to him, and he was giving me the allowance for it.
Oh, just the money the brand was building, he was just taking it.
Yeah, like he would give me money, but it would be my percentage of the money that we made.
Did you fight him?
I didn't. I wanted to. Yeah, around that time, it was definitely gonna be a brawl, but. Yeah, I had to like start over from scratch on YouTube, Facebook. Instagram was the only
one. My mouth is just open because I'm like,
Instagram was the only one I survived with, but I wasn't making no money from Instagram. It was Facebook and YouTube.
So you took your Facebook and YouTube channel?
Yeah, I had to start over from scratch on both. Now the Facebook didn't end up surviving. That ended up being deleted. The YouTube ended up being deleted because after a while they knew it wasn't me.
There's no new content on there.
Yeah, so he deleted all my content on there, and we were making at least like up to 10 racks a month on each. So I had to start over. My dad got me a new apartment in the Burbank one that we were at. And then I had to figure out how to grow my page and make money again. And once I did, you know, everything was fine. But I don't think I've ever been that like portrayed or hurt.
Like
in that
violated,
sense.
literally.
Yeah. And then I found out how much money it really was that he took after a while. And that really blew my mind.
Like how much he made off of you, essentially?
Yeah. Using my name to get into the rooms and then just having all the money that I didn't even see. So it was like up there with the 50K.
He made almost 50 bands off of you.
That I didn't even see. Like brand deals that was giving us money that I didn't even think they would give. Like,
But he was basically signing off of it as you.
yeah.
But how was he
and
doing the work?
recreating invoices to make me think that it was a different price.
He was altering the invoices so you thought it was a different number.
Yeah.
What type of twisted nigga is this? It's like this is why people go to jail. It's like, I'm glad you're composed enough to not do anything out of your character and ruin your livelihood. But
around that time, the Detroit came out of me for sure. Like, somebody was going to die.
Bro, this is why people go to prison. Like, you can't just do stuff like this and think nothing's gonna happen to you. Like, has anything happened to him? Like, have you spoken to this person since?
No, I haven't.
Do you know where he's at? You don't even know.
I think I ran into him one time at like an event because he was trying to be like a creator like us, and it just didn't work out for him because he's not a talented person in that sense. But he's great at his business and what he does. But it was just like, you can't do that to people and expect you to just live free. But he ended up moving. He's still in LA somewhere, but he ended up moving, and I've never seen him since.
Man, hands, bro. Hands. Oh my God. I'm pissed just hearing that shit. That is crazy.
Man, that changed my life completely, though.
Yeah. Like, you basically built something for yourself and it got taken away from someone you know, and now just like do it again. But I think the silver lining in that, honestly, as fucked up as that is that you're able to do it again.
Yeah.
Like, maybe,
I think that was the one thing that I learned from it because he taught me how to grow YouTube and stuff like that. And I ended up just taking that formula and making it again. And now I have more following than I did on that page now, but it took me a minute, of course. But it was still like being able to like start over and do it again. Most people would quit. They'd be like, fuck this.
Hell yeah.
But I was able to do that in, like, I'm at 800K now. I was able to do that since 2020.
Wow. What would you say is one move you made that changed the trajectory of your entire life?
Deciding that I wanted to do content. I think, because a lot of people, especially back from Detroit, they just thought I had a lot of time on my hands. And
this nigga just on Instagram doing shit.
Yeah, it's just like, it was one of those things where it was a hobby. It was just something fun that I was doing. And then when I found out money and opportunities came with it, I decided to just go full force because any job that I had, I wasn't passionate about.
Right.
I either quit or got fired, one of the two. I never progressed it to the next level or even cared to do that. But I feel like when I started doing content, not only did my mind open up creatively, but it gave me a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. I used to watch a lot of Fresh Prince, Martin, and all the shows too, but when I started doing my own content and watching other people do it and seeing all the success that some people had and knowing that I was funny.
You're like, I'm just as good, not better than that.
Yeah, it's like when we really put our thoughts and our mind into something, then we progress with it.
Facts.
So I felt like when I started really like putting my time into doing stuff creatively, that's when things kind of progressed for me and made more sense.
To put things in perspective for a lot of people, when did you start? What year? We're in 2026. What year did you start?
Shit, I started when
what year?
Instagram came about, so that was 2012.
We have such similar lives.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you
I was making memes.
Bro, I'm not sure if you saw my last video I just put up from this episode, from my episode 0. But I was saying I started King of Arts in 2012. Yeah. That's when I got injured. That's when Instagram came out.
Yeah.
I was sketching and drawing.
You was talking about your friend.
Yeah. I was sketching and drawing all that stuff because I got injured that year. And 2012 was officially when I started KOA. We have some very interesting timelines.
That is interesting.
So, wow, yeah. So 2012 is when you started. 2012 is when I started. But But to put things in perspective, that's 14 years ago, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's 14 years ago. There's people that complain about, oh, my content's not working or I'm not going viral. Nigga, you've been doing it for 6 months.
Right.
I'm not even trying to hear you. Like when people complain about shit like, oh, how are you shooting for these people? I'm like, you just started.
Well, those are the people that's not in love with it.
I when you say not love, I can't speak on someone's love for something. You can love it and still not be good. Like so, no, you know, like I'm not gonna say you don't love it. You could.
That's true.
But I feel like there's so much, the mentality has really just come for instant gratification now.
Yeah.
I just want to go viral fast. I want to make it fast. I want to get rich fast. It's like you guys don't understand the work that not even just us, but some of your favorite comedians, actors, athletes, like. The time for them to get to that level that you're seeing them at where they're doing these massive things. Yeah. Kevin Hart is traveling the world. Like he's almost a billionaire now, almost probably. Or is he now? Is he a billionaire yet?
He might be.
He damn near might, whatever. But he's one of the biggest comedians ever off comedy, but he's also does acting. He also has a deal, all these other things outside of his comedy. Yeah. But it's like, if you ask Kevin when he started, he's probably like 20 years old or 15 years old. Yeah. Kevin's in his 40s now. Now you're seeing him as this huge Kevin. He's in his 40s now. Right. Being who he is right now.
Exactly.
And it's like
it takes time.
It takes time.
It do.
It takes time. Like,
and then you got to reinvent yourself every time.
In that time, things are fucking up, failing. You got to change it again. Something doesn't work for a couple years. Start over and try all over again. It's like
you gotta adjust with what the society and generation is every single time. Yes. Like when Instagram came out, it was nothing but pictures. I had to adjust to making memes. And then when videos came out, I had to adjust to making videos. Yep. And then now with AI and all this stuff, you got to adjust with that too. It's like people be afraid of change. Yes. And I tell people all the time, you got to look at it like cell phones. Like when the iPhone came out, everybody had flip phones, and everybody was afraid to transfer to Android or iPhone. But what else you gonna do? Stick with your flip phone until everybody in the world got a different phone, and you stayed on that? You're gonna be obsolete. Like you got to do something.
Facts.
Got to adjust.
Yeah. This takes us into the section of the first date game. Oh. So obviously, I had to include my game on my show.
Of course.
The way this section works. Pretty simple. We're just going to pull 2 cards each from the game at random. Okay. Discuss whatever it is. Take 2, actually. Take 2. Keep them face down. I'll take these 2.
What is something you learned about yourself after your last breakup? Is it positive or negative?
Go ahead.
Ooh. Well, I would say it's a little bit of both. The negative side is not being who you really need to be in a relationship. And I felt like for years, especially with me being in LA, I jumped from relationship to relationship without really learning myself. And you can't really be in a relationship if you don't pour into yourself first. So that was the negative side on my end, because I don't feel like any woman, I mean, we all have our mistakes. We are not perfect. But I feel like in any relationship, it wasn't necessarily their fault because I didn't really pour my full self into it. Now, the positive side is, how certain relationships, especially on a intellectual level, change you as a person. And I feel like the women that I've dated really changed me to be a better man, not just to them, but to myself, and how to grow into a better form. Because, when you're in a relationship, especially when you're in that love phase, you pour your all into it in that moment, and you may not know where it goes, but it's something about that love that changes you to, even if y'all don't work out, you know what you want to look for next. And I feel like any girl that's dated me, if we didn't work out, then they found what they wanted. Right. Just because they know what kind of man or what kind of situation or love they want after our situation. So I feel like I don't necessarily know what it is that I want just yet, but I know that love is very important when you really get to know and open up each other's minds. So I think that was the negative and positive for both ends on that.
I like that, bro. How long does the honeymoon stage typically last for you?
I'm answering that, or you?
No, me.
Oh,
Based on my history, I would say I always get a good 5 months out of you. Like
the honeymoon stage.
the honeymoon stage.
It lasts that long?
Yeah, I would say the good. Because the thing is, I also don't. I kind of space out my time with women. So like, even if I'm dating you, like in 5 months, I'm so busy, I'm not seeing you every day mostly.
Yeah.
So like a 5 month span, I probably saw you once a week, maybe twice a week if I had some more free time. But that's really like 4 times a month. Times
that
5.
makes sense.
I've seen you 20 times
Yeah.
in 5 months on average. If I like you a little bit more, maybe I saw you a couple more times. But for the most part, I'm seeing you once a week.
Are you clingy?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not either.
So exactly. So I think for me, like for a good 5 months, I'm still good. This is still dope. I'm still fucking with you. The sex is still good. Like everything's good. Like I think that 5 month, 6 month mark typically is when, you start to really see, like at this point, you've probably gone to one fight, maybe, or disagreement, at least, maybe not a fight, but in 5 months, you probably have some disagreement, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
If not, even better. But in most cases, I've had some disagreement within 5 months about something. Maybe not a big problem, but I saw something in them where I was like, oh, that. like,
what is that?
You know what I mean? Like there's a moment where I'm like, whoa, what was that?
Yeah. Arguments. Do you argue, or do you just get to the solution?
No, I'm very solution oriented. I'm very, how do we fix this? How do we get past this?
Gotcha.
Listening to you, let me hear you. Okay, your perspective. Here's my perspective. I don't have to disagree, and we could disagree and not dislike each other.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of women, not all, but a lot of women, it's like if you don't agree with them, they're now upset.
Yeah.
It's like I'm okay. You not agreeing with me doesn't make me upset. I'm just like, okay, I disagree. Right. Cool. That's what you think.
But what about the other way around?
What do you mean?
With them, with you, or answer it again.
I feel like if
something about disagreement.
I feel like when they don't agree with something I'm saying, I'm cool.
Just cool.
Bro. I'm like, that's okay. That's still my perspective. I'm like, I'm not swayed by you not agreeing. I'm like, they're like, I don't agree. I'm like, that's okay.
Right.
That's still how I feel. And I'm not mad at you for not agreeing. Like, we're different people. I'm okay with that. But I feel like a lot of times in reverse, if they say something, I'm just like, I don't agree. They're like, why not? I'm like, I just don't agree.
Oh, no. Some women like arguments.
It's okay to not agree. It doesn't mean I don't like you. I just don't agree with you.
I learned being in a relationship, some girls argue with you just for attention.
That's very true. I've seen it.
And they'll tell me like, well, I'm just arguing because I need to know that you miss me. And I'm like,
too young.
No, this is not
either too young in age or too young in mind. either way,
that doesn't win us
too
over.
Young. Yeah. That doesn't make me like you more.
Wait, do women feel like intimidated by you with this dating game?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's I mean, even before the game, women have told me they're intimidated just by my personality. I'm very like, anyone who knows me, they know I'm, black and white. He knows what he wants. Like, I feel like a lot of women, when they meet me, they're like, I'm like P's and Q's. Like, and I'm not that strict. I would say I'm not that strict.
Right.
But I am. I do pay attention. I'm not a guy that's like, oh, just do whatever you. I'm like, no, I'm paying attention. So I feel like women aren't always held accountable for how they're acting. Some guys don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So when they meet me, they're like, oh shit, like I can't be like how I am with the other niggas with him. Like, so, which I'm glad. I'm like, I want you to kind of step up because I'm gonna step up as well, you know? But the game has kind of made it. First of all, everyone wants to play the game with me.
Yeah.
And we're not doing that.
Right.
They're like, oh, let's play your game. Nah. Nah, just because I have the game doesn't mean we're playing the game.
So you don't do it for yourself?
No.
When you're trying to get to know a woman?
No. So okay, here's the thing about my game. Yeah, let me. See this? This is a dating tool. Okay, this is fun until it's not. Okay, the first date game is a game, but it actually gets real things out of you.
Yeah,
it actually makes you share real information. So for me, it's as much as it's a game I created for conversation and for us to get to know each other. I also know, because I created the game, what questions are in there.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like,
oh, it's not really challenging for you.
No, it's not even the challenging part. There's certain things I don't want to tell you.
Oh yeah, because it's
like,
too early.
And maybe it's not. It might be too early, or I know I don't like you like that. Like, whatever the case may be. I feel like this is a game you play when you actually are really into somebody and you're like, you've already had conversations, you're like, I want to get to know you a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
I feel like we're at the stage where I'm like, I really do like this girl. Now let me test her.
Okay.
I like this
So
guy.
that's your tester.
This will test you.
Yeah.
This is where like, I really like this guy. I like this girl. Let me see how much I really like them.
Right.
So for me, it's like, if I just meet you, I'm not playing it because I don't even know you like that.
Oh yeah. That's
So for me, it's like, we're going to play this game. I'm going to divulge information to you for what? Like, I probably not even go on a date with you. Like for me, even me, I don't go on dates just to go on dates.
right.
Like I'll chat with you for a minute, like before I actually take you out. Because I know if I take you out, I got to pay for it. I got to plan it. I'm not doing that if I don't like you. I'm not paying for a date just to see if I like you. No.
Nah.
If we're on a date, I already like you.
Yeah.
If I ask you out, I already like you. So I go through a talking stage first, phone calls, FaceTime, whatever, texting, before I'm like, let's go out.
Right.
So for me, if we're going out, I'll play the game because I've got to a point where I like you, so I'll play the game with you if
Yeah.
we're going out.
Yeah.
But just first meet, I'm not telling you shit. No.
I would say more girls would probably be more into it. They'd be like,
No.
I want to get deep.
They love it. Of course, the girls love information. They want to know, but I'm just not my personality type. I'm not just giving information to just any girl
Right.
personally. So
Yeah.
I don't play with
I
everybody.
mean, that's smart.
Yeah. Answer your second question.
Have you ever lost a friend, family member? If yes, how did you cope? Yeah, I lost a few family members. I lost my granddad and a stepmom, my brother's mom, and an uncle. And the thing with me, the way that I cope, I take a day to process with myself and just try to see like what my body is feeling, what my mind is feeling, because my mind adjusts to things very quickly. We all know that, someday we all gonna die. So it's a thing that my body copes early with that. When it comes to my family and stuff, I just try to mostly be there for them, during those times, because there's a lot of people that say they strong, but in those moments, it kind of weakens them. I've had my weak moments if things are caught off guard, and I'll have like my day or two or maybe even a week of coping that and just getting my emotions together, because if my emotions come out, then it's going to come out. It's no like holding back.
Yeah.
So the way that I cope now is I either have somebody that I can talk to about it, or I'll do something, with myself, like chill or go somewhere, or I like even chilling at like certain spots and just looking at a view and just enjoying, the nature of the moment. But I don't really have like a tradition for that, because sometimes it just happens off guard. But the way that I cope, that's mostly what I do.
Okay. And my second question is, do you have any traumas you're willing to share that have affected your ability to date successfully? Damn, Ryan.
Say, why did I put this question in?
God damn it. Why did I get that one? That's a good ass question, though. Do I have any traumas I'm willing to share? I detach very easily. Too easily.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Too easily. And it definitely...
Is there a reason?
Yeah. I've growing up, I lived with my mom and my dad at different times. My parents were separated when I was born, so I never lived in the house of both my parents.
Same.
So my experience has only been living with my dad for a few years, or living with my mom for a few years, or living with my dad for a few years, or living with my mom and it's gone back and forth. It wasn't just consistent.
Yeah.
It wasn't always my dad or always my mom. It was literally both, depending on who had custody at the time. And they had fought for custody over my life, or my young life. So I would be living with my dad for, kindergarten, grade 1, grade 2, and then my mom would get me grade 3. And I'd do grade 3, grade 4 with my mom, and then my dad getting back grade 5.
Wow.
And I'd do grade 5, grade 6, and my mom would get back grade 7. And I did grade 7, grade 8 with my mom, and then I got back with
So
my
you
dad
couldn't
grade
really
9.
build a foundation.
I have never had a consistent situation with relationships with people in general.
Oh.
I'd be in school for a year sometimes and change schools by the next year. So I make friends very easily because of that. I'm just like, I can go talk to people because I'm forced to constantly meet new people. So like, it could have went both ways. I could have became a shy guy and just been like, I'm scared to meet people. I went in reverse. I was like, oh, meet new people again. All right.
See, I was the other way.
You went shy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I went the other way.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, all right, new school, let's get it.
Yeah.
And I'm a hooper. So for me, I'm like, the easiest way to make a friend is to go play ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I play ball everywhere I go. I'm on the court. Oh, where you from? I just moved here. I'm a new kid. Oh, okay. We're best friends now from hooping. We're hooping the same gym every day.
Right.
That's my new friend. So, but because of all the moving, like I've been to, I think 11 different schools in my life.
Wow.
It's like, yeah,
that's crazy.
like different, like grade 1, grade 2, different school, grade 3, grade 4, different school, grade 5.
So you didn't go through all through high school?
The only school that was consistent was high school and university.
Okay.
So my high school years from 9 to 12 was one high school, and then my college university was.
Good.
But until high school, so until grade 9, I was at 10 different schools.
Damn.
You know,
high school, I even had to split. I think I was
you split your high school years?
9th and half of 10th, and then went to another school for 10th, 11th, and 12th.
So, yeah. So I think because of that, I've never felt the need to attach too closely to anybody. And I've been okay with that. So I think when I'm in relationships and when they end, sometimes they're just like, how you just ended and just not care? I'm like, it's not that I don't care, but I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually okay. And I'm not putting a front on like, oh, I don't give a fuck. Like, I like you. I cared about you. But if we're done, okay.
We're done. A lot of women can't hold that. They be like, yo, how can you just move so easy?
How is he just gone?
Are you closer to a parent more? Like your dad or your mom?
Even that switched over the years.
Damn.
Like I used to be mad close to my mom. Now I'm more close to my dad. That switched in my later years.
Yeah.
Even, actually, probably like even now, like I've gotten closer to my dad now that I'm a dad.
Yeah.
That's brought me and my dad closer. We weren't close for many years before for other reasons. And I was way closer to my mom for other things. Like she would call me every day. I talk to her every day. Now it's in reverse. Now me and my dad, we chat more than me and my mom. So
it just switches.
It just switches.
Yeah.
I think, and I never question. I'm not just like, oh, I'm just like, okay, now it's dad mode.
Now women always had this type of problem where they see it as a problem that you just easily detach.
Yeah, because I've been told I'm cold or I'm heartless, all the words like and fine, that's fine, but it's not fine. but I've been told those things. I'm just like, sure, if I'm sorry you feel that way, but I reassure them at least that's like it's not that I don't care. I feel like women associate like if you're not affected by something, you don't care.
Yeah,
it's like you process things different, and that's okay. Your processing is your, sad for days, and that's what I respect that.
Yeah.
Me processing is like, okay, is this actually finished? Yeah. Okay. Well, this was great. I'm glad we had this experience. I gotta go.
Yeah. If you're not crying your ass off, they like. So the 10 years we were together.
That's not necessarily true. It's just I'm in this space where I'm like, if this is done and I close this, I got things to do. I gotta keep going.
I think some women are stuck on the fact where if you don't fight for the relationship,
the fight thing,
you don't love.
You know what though? I'll say this: fighting for a relationship is subjective on what you deem as fighting.
Yeah,
and I think that's been a issue in my relationships where it's like they have said certain things like you're not gonna fight for this. I'm like, you know what? The fact you don't realize I have been fighting is the problem.
Oh yeah. Because they don't realize that
what I've been doing, what I've done before we got to a point that we're breaking up was me fighting for this.
Yeah.
Because I'm not fighting for this at our breakup, that's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late to expect me to be fighting here. If I'm here, we're done. If we're at this spot right now, we're already done because I've already turned this off.
Yeah.
For me to break up with somebody, I endure a lot before I actually break up. But once I broke up, it's a clean cut.
Yeah.
But for me to get to a breakup, I take in a lot. I give chance after chance. I'm like, okay, try again. Okay. And I do that because I know once I am done, he's gone.
Yeah.
I know that about myself. So I try to give it all before I reach that point. Because once I'm there, it's done.
Yeah.
And it's hard for people to realize because a lot of people go back and they jump back in. Like, I'm not that guy. So when people are like, oh, he's actually done. It's like, yes,
Yeah.
I'm actually done because I did all these things before I didn't want us to get here.
Right.
I tried to do what I could so we didn't get here because you don't know me like this, but I know me. If
Right.
I get here, we're finished. You don't know that.
Mhm.
You think I'm just, oh yeah, like other niggas. Like if Ryan gets here, he's actually done. So when I'm saying like, we should probably fix this. You should probably stop doing this. You should probably not talk to me that way. This is the last time I'm going to tell you this. When I'm saying those things, it's not threats. It's me literally being like, yo, I don't want to get to a point where you're done.
It's even worse when you get to a point where you start talking to them like what type of guy they should date.
I don't give a fuck about all that. I should go find anywhere but here. I'm like, I don't care who he is, but it's not him anymore. It's not this guy.
I was like, you need to meet somebody who gonna really like rip the rug from under your feet.
Hey man, you can give the advice. I don't even give that advice. I'm more just like, I don't care where you go, but it's not here anymore. That's it.
I feel like when people lose themselves in a relationship, that's when you should let it go. Because people try to fight for something without knowing that they lost themselves in a relationship. And then when you lose the relationship or y'all decide to, walk away from it, then they try to go back to what y'all was. And I'm like, you don't realize the type of person you was in the relationship. So you need to find yourself outside of that before you get back in another one. And a lot of, I wouldn't say all women, but a lot of women, they get into that and want to stick to it. And they just think about the history of it, of how long we've been together, what we've been through. And most people don't want to be alone and they don't want to start over. So they fight for something that's not worth fighting for.
They're fighting for what was.
Yeah.
Not what is.
Yeah. And I've seen too many like grandparents that live in the same house but don't sleep in the same bed. Like, I don't want to be in no marriage like that.
Yeah. The next section is, that brings us to the first move, album wall. This wall up here, is there any album on this wall that speaks to you, or a track from one of these albums that speak to you that remind you of a place or a time that when you look at it, you're like,
yeah.
Which one?
I would definitely say the Drake one.
Which one?
Take Care.
Take Care?
Take Care was definitely a time I was dealing with a relationship, but it also was a time where I definitely had the songs on repeat and I was just listening to it over and over, especially because what songs was on there? He had
Over My Dead Body.
Was that the one?
Marvin's Room?
Yeah, Marvin's Room.
Okay.
That was during the breakup too. So
okay.
That one
Marvin's Room I hit a lot of niggas. Marvin's Room.
I was like, yo, that one hit me. But I think that whole album was one of those albums that you could just like play the whole way through without skipping a song. The other Drake album too, that one hit me because that was like 2016.
If you're reading this,
was that 2016?
It might have. I don't remember the year. It might have been because that was a good year.
Yeah,
it might have been that year.
That was the year I moved.
Fact check, but it might have been that year.
That was the year I moved from Houston to LA, so I was definitely on that album as well. And of course, Michael Jackson. That's just like that's like timeless. Like I think I just throw that on any time of the day, of the year. It don't matter when. It's just timeless. When I feel like I want to listen to Michael, that's what I do.
So share a favorite track from one of those albums and a lyric or verse that you remember. There's my phone.
He has an underrated song on there that I think it's called Underground King.
Oh, that was a big track.
Yes.
Do you remember a verse from there?
When he started talking about it's been 2 years since somebody asked me who I was. I'm the greatest man. I said that before I knew I was. That line hit me when I first heard it.
Read that again. Read that again.
It's been 2 years since somebody asked me who I was. I'm the greatest man. I said that before I knew I was.
Why does that connect with you?
Because I think when it comes to me and my greatness, it's one of those things that's unexplainable to other people because ain't nobody gonna see how great you are until you're there. And then when you see how great you are and you work at your greatness and people finally see it at some point, you're supposed to see it before they do. So when you see it, that makes it even better that they start to see it. So when he said that line, I was like, damn, I see how great I am. But instead of telling people, I just want to show them.
Love that. Love that. This was a dope episode, bro.
It was.
This was,
I liked it.
as a first episode, this is fire. My plan was to officially launch on April 24th because I thought I needed more time to like get things set up. I didn't want to give myself a timeline that was too tight.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna drop this probably tonight or tomorrow. Depending on when I finish editing this. Because I put that deadline like because I never want to feel rushed on my own stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, based on everything, I was waiting on the sign to come in still. Like things were still coming to get ready. I wasn't sure how I wanted to set this up. Like I still wanted to create the run of show. So like I was like, the April 24th would be a good enough time for me to get everything situated. But now that we knocked this out already, I was like, shit, I can change. It's my podcast. I can change the date whenever I want.
Things change once you get the flow.
Once I'm now I'm rolling. Like even though I just did my episode yesterday, I'm like, oh, now I know what to do. Like, we good. And this episode, this is great stuff on here, bro. It's like honestly, what is Carrie up to now? Is there anything to promote? Anything you're excited about?
Well, right now I am putting my Carry On network in display for everything that I'm doing.
Okay.
My whole thing with that is just to help all my closest friends, all the creators, all the
I see you reposting my stuff. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I see so much authentic work that doesn't get pushed.
Yeah.
So now my goal with my network is to help everybody that I believe in to just help promote their stuff.
Like a platform.
Free of cost, anything. I want to be like a billboard to y'all.
Okay.
So that way people can go to that page and it's kind of like the shade room of network.
Are you actually posting stuff on that page or just reposting stuff?
No, I'll hit certain people up, ask them to throw a collab my way, and then I'll put it on that page and organize it in a way where it's professional, of course. Nice. But I want people to see like all the things going on between film, fashion, I can't think of the other stuff. Oh, fitness. Film, fashion, and fitness. That's all of the things that I'm kind of like putting together right now. Yeah.
Is that on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes funny, depending on what it is, but I think those are the main things my life has been involved in, especially in my career. So with me in the fitness realm now, like getting my body together, that's been my main goal this year. But I just want to help people promote their stuff. So I see so many people that don't even get acknowledged or looked at. So that's my job with my network, just to push that. And of course, my films, I got a psychological thriller coming out called His Piece. I got some dramas that I'm doing. I'm doing a drama series called You Never Know, where I'm just putting situations that people are afraid to talk about in that and making it kind of like, a troll page where people be like, man, it's either going to be fucked up to them or it's going to be something very interesting, because a lot of people don't like to have these type of talks.
Yeah.
So other than that, it's just the same old, but I'm making sure that I'm releasing short films and entering film festivals and stuff like that.
Is there any move that you've hesitated on that you wish you would have made that move, or are you curious of the outcome?
Promote my network.
You wish you would have done that?
Yeah.
When? Like prior?
Like before. It's always been like I made it, but never made a move on it.
Why is that?
Because I just always felt like my face needed to be the runner-up. And I learned now that when I put myself in the back and put everything else in the front, it actually flows better. When people want to know about me, I have no problem telling them about me, but I don't think...
You don't need to be front-facing anymore.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to be the headliner. I want to kind of like let my network do the job. And then once they go into the network, then they'll see my stuff, but they'll also see everything else we got going on. Walt Disney is Walt Disney, but people know Disney World.
Right.
And then Walt Disney.
Right.
So I kind of like want to represent it that way.
I love that. What is your superpower? And where'd you get your confidence from?
My superpower is motivating people. I can't even count how many people came up to me and told me like, you're the reason why this happened. And I never wanted to be like, I never want to take credit or recognition for anything like that.
But you inspire.
Like I love seeing people do stuff, and when they don't attack on it, then I want to be that person to help you attack. And even if I can't like get a horse to drink water, I just want you to at least see the water and then see what you can do with it. Yeah.
I love that.
So I think that's my superpower, is just making people realize what could be if you actually make it happen. And then what was the other one?
Where do you think you get your confidence from?
Well, both of my mom and my dad are very confident people. My mom is very confident in the creative space and in the tech space, and then my dad is just like a bookworm.
Mm.
So his confidence on the court, that's where I got the love for basketball from, and his confidence with just being smart. Like he's one of the smartest dudes that I know in this world. So I think looking at him, kind of like dominate that space, and looking at my mom dominate that space kind of built the confidence for myself. And sometimes we always second guess a lot of things, but my thing is when I put it out, I want to see like how it does and then see like how I feel afterwards, because a lot of people they
Versus
get
like
scared.
doubting it.
Yeah.
Like let it live first, and
Yeah,
then
it's like I got to see what happens.
Right.
Like my biggest thing is me regretting something.
Mm.
Like I could have did this and at least like learn what the
At least
outcome
try.
could have been. Yeah. I always have to try. If I don't try, then it's gonna eat me alive.
Yeah, man. Anything else you want to share about anything? This is a great episode. We're just about to close now. Just a wrap.
Well, I wanna give you your flowers on everything that you've been doing, man. Because ever since we met, we've had an instant connection of how we create, how we come together, how we just pretty much connect everybody the way that we connect, with how you use your cameras, with how do you create things from scratch and actually put it out into the world. Like, I salute you for that. And I've always been a support for everything that you do. Cause ever since you came to my crib and you showed me, like, I think you showed me some video. I forgot what the video was, but as soon as I saw the video, I was like, man, this dude is crazy talented. Like, it's like I don't think I've ever seen somebody like put together a video and had that much knowledge behind it. Cause it's just like you really like are very technical with everything that you do. So from that day on, I always knew like if I ever work with this dude, I know it ain't no bullshit.
Yeah.
Like he gonna really like put his all into it. So I actually appreciate people who take the time and, go into detail with everything that they do with their craft, no matter what it is. And I think that you've done that to the fullest light with your game, with your podcast, with the way that you work with people, like you on set with Omarion and all these other celebrities. I think the sweetest video you made was the LeBron one.
The Bane edit?
Yeah.
That was crazy. That's one of my favorites for sure.
I was like, I feel like the NBA should have posted it.
Thank you. No, that's one of my favorites. Just I don't know, something made me connect the two worlds of Bane and LeBron both being like, larger than life figures, and
yeah.
it came
And
out.
I'm a LeBron fan, so when I saw that, I was like, man, this is dope, bro. And just for you being in that atmosphere and being amongst the greats like that is always like inspiring. So keep doing that.
Appreciate that, brother. Man, that was the episode. Thank you for tuning in to the First Move podcast. I hope you guys are able to take something valuable today. This went on a roller coaster of laughs and deep moments, and that's honestly what it's about. And just learning, about each other and
Absolutely
giving you guys the tools to, make those decisions for yourself, take chances, take leaps. And literally hear from people that are doing and still doing it and still figuring it out, because we don't have it all figured out, but still figuring it out, and just seeing that, it doesn't just happen overnight. And we've taken some crazy, crazy chances on ourselves and failed, but also have succeeded.
14 years though.
14, 15 years in though. This ain't gonna happen tomorrow. If you start now, you got until what, 2040? I'll see you then. But yeah, so the closing, to close, thank you, my bro, for coming
Absolutely.
on my show and being my first guest. And this was an incredible episode to start with. Like I'm buzzing just thinking about editing this and putting this together, because we talked about so many great things, and I didn't want this to feel like an interview.
Yeah.
So I hope it didn't feel like that. Like I have questions. Obviously, I have a timeline. I have things I want to kind of get through, but I guess tell me how you felt. Like as I'm open to feedback, but I don't want it to feel like it's just you talking on your own and me just pulling questions. Like I want it to kind of still feel interactive. So I'm obviously I'm gonna keep tweaking this the best I can, but Yeah, what's your, if you have any feedback?
I mean,
for me?
it'd be different if you didn't really give good questions for one, and you didn't give good feedback or information after what was said.
Right.
You
If
know?
I just went silent.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
next question.
Yeah. Fair.
But you actually like was in the world, you was in the information, you listened to what's being said, and you actually gave good feedback.
Okay.
So when I did my podcast, it was the same way. I overthought of what the first episode was going to be, and I didn't want it to feel like an interview either. So it doesn't feel like an interview.
Yeah.
You let people talk, and I know, especially when you get a woman here, it's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot to give, especially for a man. When it's man-to-man conversation, it feels like it's vulnerability talking, and we're able to express what we don't really express to other people.
Facts.
So I felt like this podcast brought that.
That's amazing feedback. Thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
So the close, making the first move is always hard, but the regret you'll have from making no moves will always be harder. The choice is yours.
You need to make that a sound.
Yeah, I might put down my machine and just. I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna make my own sounds. It's gonna be me. Just
the sounds was always getting popping.
Yeah,
so you should do that.
And drop that in there. That could be the thing of. That could be the thing for my podcast. I just fucking. If a dope moment happens, just yeah, I'm gonna make a bunch of sound bites.
I built this shit. Me. I love the game. I love the hustle.